In the heart of the Atlantic Ocean sails a floating city so massive, it redefines what travel means. This is the wonder of the sea, the largest cruise ship ever built by human hands. Over 1,100 feet long, taller than most skyscrapers, and carrying more than 7,000 souls, it's not just a ship, it's an entire world drifting across the deep blue. From the very first glimpse at port, its size leaves you speechless. The glass towers rise like a skyline, the decks stretch endlessly, and the polished steel hull gleams under the morning sun. The ship hums with energy, a living organism powered by dreams, engineering, and the heartbeat of the ocean itself. As you walk up the gangway, you feel small, like stepping into a future city floating above the sea. Crew members greet you with smiles, music fills the air, and the scent of salt and luxury blends together. The atrium opens before you, 10 stories of glass and light, elevators gliding, fountains dancing, and people staring in awe. Somewhere deep inside, the realization hits: this is no ordinary journey. This is an experience that lives between imagination and reality. Day one begins with discovery. You explore the ship's neighborhoods, the boardwalk alive with laughter, the open-air Central Park filled with 20,000 living plants swaying gently with the wind. Real birds fly between branches as soft sunlight filters through the glass ceiling above. A few decks higher, kids rush through water slides, surfers ride the flow rider, and the infinity pools blend seamlessly into the horizon. Every turn reveals something new: a jazz bar, a robot bartender, an open-air theater over the sea. It feels like walking through a small city, yet everything is surrounded by endless water. As evening falls, the ship departs from port. The engines vibrate softly beneath your feet as the coastline fades into golden light. You stand at the rail watching the sun melt into the ocean, and slowly the entire vessel transforms. Thousands of lights flicker to life, turning the wonder into a glowing city in motion. The hum of engines becomes music. Somewhere a band begins to play. Laughter echoes across the decks, and for a moment, you forget the world beyond the waves. The next morning begins quietly. A soft sunrise, gentle breeze, coffee in hand as the ocean stretches out forever. You start to feel the rhythm of life at sea. There's no rush, no noise, only motion, water, and sky. Each morning feels different, yet the calm never leaves. You wander the solarium, a glass dome of peace overlooking the horizon. In the afternoon, you walk the promenade, lined with restaurants, boutiques, and live performers who make the ship feel alive. There's even an entire neighborhood dedicated to families, complete with carousels and climbing walls that hang high above the ocean. Dining aboard the Wonder is a world of its own. There are 40 restaurants, each offering flavors from across the planet. One evening you dine on sushi crafted by Japanese chefs. The next night, steak grilled over open flame. You sit beside panoramic windows where the waves crash just below, candlelight flickering on the glass as the sun sinks behind the horizon. The gentle sway of the ship turns dinner into an experience, romantic, surreal, timeless. Around you, laughter fills the air. Wine glasses clink, and you realize this is what it means to live at sea. Then come the ports of call. Each morning you wake to a new world waiting outside your cabin window. The golden beaches of Nassau, the colorful streets of Cozumel, the hidden bays of St. Thomas. You step ashore, feet sinking into warm sand, the smell of salt and tropical air filling your lungs. Locals smile as you walk through market streets, tasting fresh fruit and hearing the rhythm of island drums. You swim in turquoise water, knowing that beyond the horizon, your floating home waits, quietly, ready to take you somewhere new tomorrow. When the ship departs each island, you return to the deck. The sun sets behind distant palms, and as the engines hum, you watch the lights of the land slowly disappear. The sound of the sea replaces the noise of the city, and suddenly it's just you, the waves, and the infinite horizon. You feel a strange connection to the ocean, to the people aboard, to the journey itself. By the fifth night, the wonder of the seas transforms again. The aqua theater roars to life. Performers dive through rings of fire into pools lit by neon blue. Music rises through the night air as the audience gasps with every leap. A few decks away, an ice skating show unfolds inside a glass dome, lights reflecting like stars. In the casino, laughter and cheers echo as cards shuffle and fortunes change. The entire ship glows with energy. A city alive in the middle of the ocean. Fireworks burst over the water, mirrored in the waves below. It's not just entertainment. It's a celebration of life at sea. But beyond the noise and spectacle, there are moments of quiet beauty. A lone passenger reading under the stars, the gentle creak of steel as the ship glides through the water. The low hum of the engines deep below, steady, calm, eternal. You walk the deck at midnight, the sea stretching endlessly in every direction, the moonlight painting silver paths across the waves. In that stillness, you feel something powerful: peace. On the seventh day, the ocean seems slower. The morning mist drifts like a dream as the sun rises in gold and pink. Passengers move quietly now, some packing, some watching the horizon one last time. You take a final walk along the deck, the wind against your face, the sound of waves beneath your feet. The sea feels different and familiar, almost alive. The journey is ending, but something inside you has changed. The wonder of the seas moves through the mist like a vision disappearing into time. You stand still, watching watching the horizon fade. In that silence, you realize this ship is more than metal and glass. It's a symbol of what humans can create when imagination meets the endless sea. For 7 days, you didn't just travel. You lived between two worlds, one built by hands and one born of nature, between steel and sky, between motion and stillness, between wonder and the waves.